So I recently upgraded my tires from the stock tires to these 35-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Boss mud tires. I had some questions about what was the proper PSI, and I've always been told the chalk test is the most accurate way. I was a little annoyed. I didn't understand why somebody couldn't just tell me with these size tires, with this type of tire, this is the pressure you go. But after reading some, I realized that you can have the same size tire and the same tire, but if you have a two-door Jeep versus a four-door big Jeep truck Gladiator, the weight is very different, and so that can change some things. I even read some people have maybe 2 to 3 different PSI that they'll do for their front tires versus their rear tires because the load distribution is slightly different. Personally, I think that's getting in the weeds a little too much, but here I am to do a chalk test. When I first got the tires put on by my local off-road shop, they had inflated them to 33 PSI. I noticed when I went off-roading with Wendy a couple weeks after getting the tires, when I deflated to go wheeling, it said my dashboard said inflate to 25 PSI. So I was like, I don't know where that number comes from, but I wondered if 25 was what I should be inflating to. And then 2 days ago, I got my oil changed and all of my tires rotated, including the spare. And the Jeep dealership inflated them to 40, which seemed really excessive, although I have read that dealerships tend to overinflate. But we're going to do the final test of all tests, which is the chalk test. So what I've done is used a piece of chalk, and I've marked off a little good size square of chalk. And what I'm going to see is if it's overinflated, then only the middle part of the tire will be worn off when I go take a little very short drive, and if it's underinflated, then only the outsides of the tire will have worn the chalk off. So I'm just going to drive 100 yards, something very short, and come back. I will say that my tires are cool. I have not driven the Jeep in over 3 hours, so you should always do this test on cool tires. So let's see where we're at. So 32 PSI seems like the magic number for me. I have pretty good even wear all the way to the very edges, is the only part not worn off. So 32 for me.